Hi, my name is Mark. I'm a product pre-sales specialist for Hikvision UK. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to use our thermal design tool. It's been created to help you plan your thermal installation. You can place cameras onto a map or plan of the site and easily see the coverage they'll provide. Our thermal cameras can be used for perimeter protection, fire detection and fire prevention using temperature measurement. This design tool will help you choose the best cameras and installation locations for all of these applications. The first thing you need to do is to upload a site plan or a photograph. If you're using a site plan, make sure it's to scale on both X and Y axes, or the coverage distances will be wrong and your design won't work in the real world. If you don't have a site plan, you can use a photograph taken from Google Maps. Let me show you how. First, you need to find the site location. If there's already a building there, you can just use the postcode. If not, you'll need latitude and longitude. Turn on the satellite view by clicking down here. Over on the right, you'll see the option to zoom in and out. You can also do this with your mouse wheel. Set the zoom level to be as large as possible while ensuring you can see the entire area you're interested in. We're going to import this picture into the design tool, but first we need to make sure it will be the correct scale. Place the mouse cursor on the left of your image, then right-click and choose Measure Distance. Move the mouse to the right side of your picture and left-click the mouse. You'll now see a line with the distance between each end shown. Now you can use the snipping tool or save a screenshot. And now we're ready to start designing our site layout in the thermal design tool. You can access the tool at tools.hikvision.com. Okay, now click Import and choose your site plan or photograph. Before you can do anything else, you need to correctly set the scale of the image. Now, because I marked the distance in Google Maps, this is really easy. Click the ruler icon, click the start of the distance measure, click the end, and then type in the same distance we just measured in Google Maps. If you want to add an icon of a person, vehicle, or camera to help visualize the site layout, you can do that here. You can also draw lines or multi-sided shapes, and the tool will show the correct distance for each line. Now we can start adding our cameras. You can name them here if you like. Start by setting the basic parameters and make sure they do match your planned installation. Mounting heights and angles will significantly affect the coverage distances that are shown. Set the advanced parameters next. Here we're specifying what this camera is being used for: perimeter protection, temperature measurement, or fire detection. When we add the camera to our layout, we'll see what its coverage area will be. The coverage area will be shown in a different colour depending on whether it's perimeter protection, temperature measurement, and so on. The default colours used are shown along the top here, and of course you can change them if you want to. There are default options for the size of the target here, and of course you can change them to suit your specific installation. Now we can choose our first camera and add it to the layout. Click here to bring up the list of cameras. We can filter our selection by using these options. If you already know which camera you want, you can type in some or all of the part code to quickly find the one you want. Alternatively, we can filter by the focal length, resolution, or VCA target distance, and this is referring to the distance at which the camera would be able to recognise a person. For temperature measurement or fire detection, we strongly recommend choosing one of our thermometric cameras because they'll give you a more precise temperature measurement and they support higher maximum temperatures. We can search for these using T and hyphen as our keyword. Once you've picked the camera, click Add over on the left, and then you can drag it to the correct location and orientation. To add a second camera, click Add again. This will add another identical camera in exactly the same place. If you need a camera with different specifications or features, then you can change it by clicking here again and choosing the right camera. Keep in mind that whichever camera is currently selected is the one you'll be changing. If you hover over the camera name on the left, you'll see its main specifications. You can also delete a camera from here if you change your mind. If you click here, you can see a list of all the cameras you've selected and the mounting details. Now, something very important to be aware of with all thermal cameras is that they have a blind spot close to the camera lens. The further the range of the camera, the larger this blind spot will be. For this camera in perimeter protection mode, the green area shows you where the camera will provide coverage, and the grey area close to the camera shows you its blind spot. There's a couple of different ways to make sure you're covering these blind spots. For perimeter protection, you can install the cameras around the perimeter such that each camera is covering the blind spot of the next camera in the chain. So in this example, with a simple perimeter, we have 4 cameras, each covering one side and also protecting the blind spot of the next camera. Depending on the site layout, this won't always be a practical solution. The alternative is to cover the blind spot with one of our Heat Pro thermal cameras. These are short range, low resolution, but also low cost. They're ideal for providing coverage over short distances. Okay, to finish our design, let's add a PTZ. Now obviously the PTZ can give you a 360-degree coverage, and this is indicated by the green area. If you're going to use presets, you can add them here, so the areas they'll be covering are shown on your design. Rotate the camera to the preset location, click Add Preset, and the coverage area is clearly shown, by default in blue, but of course you can change this if you need to. Once you're happy with the design, you have a few options. The first thing I'd recommend is to save it, so that you can come back to it later and make any changes you need. If you don't do this, then you'll lose all the information when you navigate away from this page. You can give it a name here, and then click Save. This will download a text file to your computer. If you open it, it looks like gibberish, but don't worry, it contains everything you need to recreate the entire design later. To start working on it again, just click Import, select that text file, and everything will be there, ready for you to continue. Once everything's finished, you can export your design, either as a Word document if you want to edit any of the details, or as a PDF that you can send to your client. You can also add your company logo here. In the report, you can see the design you've created, as well as a list of all the cameras, along with their basic specifications and the mounting information. Now you have a useful document which you can use to discuss your proposed installation with your client, as well as to provide you with a handy reference for the installation requirements, and the exact cameras you'll need to order. And that's everything. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. Goodbye for now.